Students, today we are going to discuss about vectors problems from Concepts of Physics textbook. First question. A vector A bar makes an angle of 20 degree and a B bar makes an angle of 110 degree with the x-axis. The magnitude of these vectors are 3 meter and 4 meter respectively. Find the resultant. That means resultant vector between A bar and B bar we have to find. Resultant is a vector, so that we have to find both magnitude and direction we have to find. Now first of all, we take this the y-axis and this one is x-axis. This x-axis, this y-axis we assume, and we represent the vectors a bar and b bar. A bar given that makes angle 20 degree with the x-axis. This is the a bar we assume. This is the a bar. This a bar makes angle with x-axis as 20 degree, and b bar makes angle with x-axis 110 degree. That means b bar makes angle with x-axis as 110 degree. This angle is 110 degree, 110 degree. Now we have to find resultant between these two vectors. So see here, the b bar makes angle 110 degree and a bar makes 20 degree. So that angle between a bar and b bar is 120 minus 20 degree is 90 degree. Now resultant between these two vectors, will be in this direction will be there. To find resultant, magnitude of resultant, formula for magnitude of resultant is square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. 2ab cos theta. Here theta is the angle between two vectors. Here theta is 90 degree, so that cos 90 is 0. And a vector, magnitude of a vector is given 3. Mod of a bar equal to 3 meter is given, and mod of b vector is given 4 meter. Mod of b vector is given here 4 meter. By substituting this value, we can get magnitude of resultant. So magnitude of resultant is equal to 3 square plus 4 square, and this value is 0 because theta is 90 degree, cos 90 is 0. Now root of 3 square plus 4 square is 25, root 25 is 5. So magnitude of resultant is equal to 5 meter. And we have to find direction. Now let us assume that angle made by the resultant with a bar as alpha. Tan alpha is equal to q sin theta divided by, here q we have to take as a b vector and p we have to take as a vector. That means b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. Here theta is 90 degrees, so that this value is 0. And theta is 90 degrees, so that sin theta is equal to 1. Now we substitute b value. B is 4 and a is 3. Tan alpha is equal to 4 by 3, so that alpha is approximately is equal to 53 degree. But this resultant makes angle with the x-axis. Is alpha plus 20 degree. That means resultant makes angle with x-axis alpha plus 20 degree, means resultant makes angle is alpha plus 20 degree. So alpha is here, alpha is 53 degree. 53 plus 23 is equal to 73 degree. So that a resultant vector is equal to 5 meter and makes angle with the x-axis as 73 degree. So for this question, answer is resultant vector magnitude 5 meter makes angle 73 degree with x-axis. Let us solve second problem. Let a bar and b bar be the two vectors of magnitude 10 unit each. If they are inclined to the x-axis at angles 30 degree and 60 degree respectively, find the resultant. In this question also we have to find a resultant, so that we have to find both magnitude and direction. Let us assume this is the y-axis and this is x-axis. Here first vector a bar makes angle with the x-axis as given that 30 degree, and b bar makes angle with the x-axis is given that 60 degree is given. Now angle between b bar and a bar is 60 degree minus 30 degree is 30 degree. Now here given that magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bar are equal, that is 10. That means mod of a is equal to mod of b is equal to given 10. Now let us take resultant vector mod r is equal to square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Here magnitude of a vector and b vectors are equal, so that magnitude of a equal to magnitude of b we assume. So in the place of b also we substitute a square plus 2ab, 2a into b is b also a square cos theta. In this step we can take a square commonly outside, so that when it comes outside the root a it comes, and 1 plus 1 2. Here 2 is there, plus 2 cos theta is there. 2 plus 2 cos theta, 2 take common, so 2 into 1 plus cos theta. 1 plus cos theta, where theta is the angle between two vectors. Now let us take this the a, square root of 2 into 1 plus cos theta value is 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square theta by 2. So by substituting 1 plus cos theta value as 2 cos square theta by 2. Now see here 2 into 2, 2 square if you take outside 2a, cos square theta by 2 if you take root cos theta by 2 we are getting. That means when two equal vectors are making angle theta, then magnitude of the resultant equal to twice the one of the magnitude of vector into cosine of half of the angle between them. Here 2 is we taken as a 2, a is the magnitude of a is given 10, and cos of cosine of theta is angle between a bar and b bar is 30 degree divided by 2 is there. Now listen here, 2 into 10 20, cos 30 by 2 is cos 15 degree. That means magnitude of these two vectors resultant is 2 cos 20 cos 15 degree, and resultant vector will bisect the two vectors. When two vectors are equal in magnitude, then resultant vector will bisect the angle between two vectors. That means resultant makes angle from the a vector is 15 degree. So now resultant makes angle from the x-axis as 15 degree plus 30 degree is 45 degree. That means resultant magnitude is 20 cos 15 degree, and it resultant makes direction 45 degree with x-axis. That means resultant vector is equal to magnitude 20 cos 15 degree and makes angle 45 degree with x-axis. So this is the answer for this second question. Add vectors a bar, b bar and c bar each having magnitude of 100 unit and inclined to the x-axis at angles 45 degree, 135 degree and 315 degree respectively. Now it is given that three vectors magnitude equal is given. The resultant they are asking, so that let us represent this vector in the Cartesian coordinate system. So this is x-axis and y-axis we take. Now let us represent all the vectors. First vector a vector is making angle 45 degree from the x-axis, and b vector making angle 135 degree. B vector making angle 135 degree from the x-axis. That means b vector makes angle from negative x-axis. This is negative x-axis, this is positive x-axis. That means b vector makes angle with respect to negative x-axis is 45 degree, and c vector makes angle 315 degree. C vector makes angle 315 degree from the x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. That means we can take clockwise direction as a 45 degree. Now listen here, this b vector and c vectors are in same line but in opposite direction. B vector and c vectors are in same line but in opposite direction. So b vector and c vectors are equal and opposite, so that these two gets cancelled. That means resultant of these three vector is equal to only a vector. That means resultant is only a vector. That a vector magnitude is given 100 unit and direction is given 45 degree. So for these three vector, resultant is equal to a vector only, that is equal to magnitude is 100 and makes angle with x-axis as 45 degree with x-axis. So answer for this question, magnitude 100 and makes angle with x-axis as 45 degree. Let a bar equal to 4i plus 3j and b bar equal to 3i plus 4j. Find the magnitudes of a bar, b bar, a plus b and a minus b. First let us calculate magnitude of a bar. First let us calculate magnitude of a bar. A bar is equal to 4i plus 3j. This i cap and j cap are perpendicular. When they are I cap and when two vectors are perpendicular, resultant is equal to square of the sum of the two vectors and we have to take square root. That means square root of 4 square plus 3 square. X component square plus y component square whole root 2. This is whole root. So this is the magnitude of A. So magnitude of A is equal to 5. Magnitude of A is equal to 5. Magnitude of A vector is 5. Let us calculate magnitude of B vector. Magnitude of B vector. So here B vector is given. B vector is given 3i plus 4j. These 3i into 4j are perpendicular vectors, so that the resultant is equal to sum of the squares of x component vector and y component vector, and we have to take square root. So 3 square plus 4 square. So resultant of magnitude of B bar is equal to 5 we are getting. And the third one we have to find C vector. C vector is A bar plus B bar. We know that A bar is 4i plus 3j is given, and plus B vector is given 3i plus 4j is given. Now see here 4i plus 3i is 7i and 3j plus 4j is 7j. Now these two vectors are equal. See 7i and 7j, x component and y components are equal. When two vectors are making angle 90 degree, then resultant vector is equal to one of the vector into root 2. One of the vector into root 2. So answer for this question is 7 root 2. And the fourth one we have to find A minus B bar. A bar minus B bar we have to find. Magnitude of A bar minus B bar. This magnitude of A bar minus B bar is equal to, magnitude of A bar minus B bar is equal to, A bar is 4i plus 3j minus B bar is 3i plus 4j. 3i plus 4j. We have to take magnitude. That means 4i minus 3i is I and 3j minus 4j is minus j. Now this x component is 1 unit, y component is 1 unit. These two are perpendicular, so that resultant is equal to 1 square plus 1 square. So resultant of magnitude of A bar minus B bar is root 2. Refer to the figure. Find magnitude of the resultant of all the vectors and x component, y component, and the angle with the x-axis of the resultant of OA bar, BC bar, DE bar. Here this is OA bar, this is BC bar, and DE bar. First we have to find resultant and the magnitude of x component and the magnitude of y component we have to find, and the angle made by the resultant also we have to find. To solve this problem, first of all, what let us do in the sense we resolve these vectors into x component and y component. First, let us resolve the vector OA bar. OA bar x direction, if you resolve, this value is 2 cos 30, 2 cos 30, and y component is 2 sin 30, 2 sin 30. And CB bar, this BC bar, if you resolve, this 1.5 is there, 1.5 is 3 by 2, so we take as a CB bar whose x component is 3 by 2 cos 60, cos 60, cos 60 degree, and y component is 3 by 2 sin 60. And DE bar is in y component only is there. Due to DE bar, x component is 0. Now let us substitute this angle value so that total value we will get. This sin 30 is we will get 1 by 2. So this 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 unit. And the cos 30 is, we know that root 3 by 2. So 2 to cancel, this value is we are getting root 3. This value we are getting 2 cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So that 2 to cancel, answer we are getting for that root 3. Here this BC vector whose y component is cos 60. Cos 60 is root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 means 2 to 4, 3 into root 3. So this we are getting 3 root 3 by 4. And cos 60 is 120 degree. So cos 60 is 1 by 2. 2 into 2, 4. So that this is 3 by 4 we are getting. Now we represent all the vectors whose x component and y component here. So here x component is this root 3, this vector we taken, and this vector we are going to take, that is 3 by 4. And the y component, all the vectors we are writing this 1, so that value we are taking as 1, and this value is 3 root 3 by 4, so 3 root 3 by 4 we are writing here. And this value is 1, that 1 we are writing here. Now see here this one and this one gets cancelled. That means y component resultant how much is there means 3 root 3 by 4. And x component how much is there means this root 3 minus 3 by 4. Root 3 minus 3 by 4 is there. So resultant of these two vector, resultant if you want, for resultant, magnitude of resultant is equal to square root of root 3 minus 3 by 4 whole square plus x component square plus y component square. 3 root 3 by 4 whole square. This is the resultant. This resultant is equal, we will get 1.6 meter for first one we are getting. Second one, magnitude of the x-axis, x component magnitude we want. X component magnitude is root 3 minus 3 by 4. Root 3 minus 3 by 4 equal to 0.98 meter. And the third one, magnitude of y component. Y component is 3 root 3 by 4. 3 root 3 by 4, that is equal to 1.3. And this here the resultant makes angle. Resultant makes angle. This is the alpha. Now tan alpha is equal to y component by x component. Y component is 1 by 1.3, x component is 0.98. So by simplifying this, we will get tan alpha is equal to this 1.3 by 0.98 is 1.32. So that alpha is equal to tan inverse of 1.32. So for this question, resultant magnitude for first one, resultant magnitude is 1.6 meter and x component is 0.98 meter and y component is 1.3 meter and the angle made by the resultant with x-axis is tan inverse of 1.32.